Hello everybody, welcome back to Koko's Chronicles. So today I'm going to, on this video segment, I'm just going to show you how to mix the bentonite clay for your locks. I know that there are lots of natural hair girls that use bentonite clay as well as for face masks, but they also use it for their hair. But this particular segment is strictly for locks, okay? As you know, I'm having like a lint buildup, a lint problem. So I just want to thank each and every one of you that left a comment. I have not had a chance to subscribe to, not subscribe, but I have not had a moment to respond to all the comments, although I have read each and every comment. For those of you who took it a step further and inboxed me, thank you so much. There's so many ideas, so many good things. However, I do want to start with the bentonite clay just for my locks to see how that does, so I can go ahead and get that experience out of the way. If it's going to be good, thumbs up. If it's not, you know, I need to try it out for myself, okay? Also, I couldn't find any documented cases whether or not the bentonite clay can be used on color treated hair. Right now in my schedule, I don't have time to test a strand and see how that does, so I'm really pressed on time right now. So what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to apply the bentonite clay to any of my colored locks. I am only going to test this product out on my natural locks, the ones that are not colored, the original black locks, okay? So to see how that does. So without further ado, let's show you how to mix it. Alright, first things first, you guys are going to need Health and Beauty Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay. I got this from Whole Foods for $7.99. This is the external one. I've heard of an internal one that you can use for other reasons, but this is not the brand, or this is not that particular one. So this one is strictly external usage only. You're also going to need some apple cider vinegar. The brand does not matter, depends on whatever you have in the house, whatever you choose to buy, but it has to be apple cider vinegar. The directions on here is to mix equal parts of the bentonite clay with the apple cider vinegar in a non-metal bowl, okay? Now, speaking of the bowl, just get a regular plastic bowl or something, you know, nothing too extravagant, just get a plastic bowl. You're also going to need to use a non-metal spoon, and I went and got this spoon like from, I didn't even have any wooden spoons in the house, so I went and got this from like the Dollar Tree for $1, and you get like 4 different sizes, but it needs to be a non-metal spoon. So that the reason for that is so you won't activate certain properties in the actual bentonite clay or deactivate certain properties in the bentonite clay, just to keep it simple. I'm also going to use a measuring spoon because I'm not very good with eyeballing. I really do better with recipes that I have some type of measuring until I've done it enough to know by eyeballing it. Now, with all these items, again, you use equal parts of the bentonite clay with the apple cider vinegar. However, I think that consistency might be a little thick for me, so I'm going to add in some regular distilled water, okay? And any brand, a couple of people here on YouTube that have used distilled water with the mix of their bentonite clay. So let's get started. Now the bentonite clay is in powder form. Looks like that. Looks like ground up sand or, you know, dry clay actually. So I'm just gonna take a scoop of this. Best way I can would probably be just to pour it over in this, so why don't I just do that? Just gonna pour it over into the measuring cup, and I'm gonna pour that in there, and I'm also gonna get a little bit more. So I did like whatever measuring device you use, that's the same equal amount of apple cider vinegar you put into your solution. All right, so I've added the bentonite clay. Now it's time to add the same amount of apple cider vinegar. So I'm gonna do that. And I added 1 full scoop as well as a half scoop. And it does make like a sizzling noise or something like that. So what I'm gonna do is just mix this up here. All right, so I have mixed, and this is way better, but I must say that mixing this from experience, I only added a tiny bit of distilled water, but I went back and reread the directions. You can mix this with apple cider vinegar and or water. So the water is totally optional depending on your, take on it. But this is the consistency that you kind of want your clay. And although you may see lumps in it, like for instance, let me show you this one. It's a lump, but it's a creamy lump. It's not like it's powder. So if that makes sense. So I'm okay with that. And you apply it to your hair, which is what I'm going to do next. But this video was just to show you how to mix bentonite clay. Tune in for how to apply it to your locks on the next Lock Chronicles. Thanks for watching.